Thank you so much for joining me today. How you doing? I saw this video pop up today and it definitely caught my eye. Left lane losers make US highways dangerous. That's definitely an interesting little aspect of driving that I hear a lot talked about in videos comparing driving in Europe and America. And really the rest of the, I guess most of the rest of the world to America. That people in America just sit in the left lane, you know? In fact, I know people who don't even know that you're supposed to use the left lane to pass. Some people don't know that, which is crazy. I think it is a law in some states on some roads, but it's definitely not very widely enforced. I've never heard of anyone being pulled over for sitting in the left lane or anything. So I thought I just wanted to listen to this guy's rant a little bit. It's Casey, the car guy. Go check him out, link down below. I mean, I guess he rants about it for 20 minutes. I don't know if I'll probably skip through to what seemed to be the important parts, but I want to hear him out. I don't know if he's comparing it to the rest of the world or what, but let's go.
But the biggest thing that's holding back the United States on both safety and the efficient ability for traffic to move at even a reasonable rate of speed is horrible lane discipline.
That's a pretty big statement. That's the number one safety thing. Lane discipline.
Well, what's up, guys? So today, I'm on my way to get a haircut and I gotta take the highway, and I'd like to talk about what I
And this guy's already, you know, he's not like most American drivers. He's driving a manual.
think is the single most dangerous factor on American highways, something that frankly is an embarrassment and makes them not fun to drive on, and that is simply left lane discipline, and specifically
it is super annoying. I'm actually very, like, I don't know, paranoid, if that's the right word. I am always thinking about it. I'm always getting out of the left lane. But I'm like the only guy I know that does that.
Lane discipline in the United States. I think you guys all know it, what is referred to as left lane hogs. Who are they? Why do they do it? Is it legal? Does it matter? And let's take it from there. The first thing about today's video that I'd like to point out, I am driving my old Dodge Viper, and I would like to be very clear about my drive today. There is nothing I'm doing here today that is illegal, or I have no intention or interest in speeding. I am merely trying to drive my sports car that I enjoy on a beautiful sunny day to get a haircut, and I'd like to talk about that.
This is kind of funny. It looks like we've already got a case of this Jeep not passing in the left lane.
Highways, and in general what that means. So here we are right now. I just merged onto the highway, the loop around the general Toledo, Ohio area. And this gentleman here is going a little bit slower on the right, no big deal. But here ahead of us, we've got a Jeep and, I don't know, maybe another Jeep, a red Jeep and a blue Jeep. What makes no sense about this already is the person in the left lane is going the slowest and clogging that.
I love that he was able to immediately find the situation he wanted to talk about upon merging onto the highway. Within, like, the moment he merged on, he's like, yep, there it is. And now you're put in this position where, I mean, if you're really in a rush, you got to pass on the right. And now you're passing on the right, like it flips the whole thing around. It's all bad.
If you all don't realize it, slower traffic is supposed to keep right. In fact, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to get over to the right. I've got a person merging. And what we've got is a scenario that makes no sense. They're already clogging the lanes. I've got some people that want to merge. This person's a little slower, so we can merge no problem. And I'm just chilling out here in the right lane. But what's happened, because
a lot of times people will move over to the left lanes when you have a merging lane. Regardless of what speed they're going, they just get out of the way.
Clogging the left lane up there. This person in front of me in this Dodge, he wanted to go faster and then follows in line in the middle and cuts over. And already I've just gotten the highway and there's just weird lane discipline. The guy in the red Jeep up ahead, he did go a little bit faster and he got over, so that's nice at least. It isn't a complete disaster yet. And we'll see if this Honda up here actually gets over. He's gonna have an opportunity in a minute to pass this Ford Tempo with his blinker.
This already annoys me, just seeing this guy with his blinker on. Like, what are you doing? That really annoys me. Like, does he expect you to slow down just because he's put on his blinker? Hey, I'm going to come over. Slow down, everybody. I want to go in the left lane.
All right, Honda. I'm closing on you gently, and you're moving over. Oh my gosh. This guy is literally the smartest person on the highway. My gut is...
And he used the blinker. Yeah, good for that guy. That's me right there.
This person has got to be over 40 and has a clue. Oh, no, wait. I'm wrong. Well, I'll be darned. It is a young woman. She is a...
Oh my God. I love how he tried to be a little prejudiced there, and he's like, oh, it was not a wise old man. It was a young woman. Mind blown. You never know who's going to be the bad and the good drivers out there. There definitely are some stereotypes.
Smart and talented driver. All right, so I've got a little way to go, and there's a truck behind me, so I'm gonna go over in the right lane myself. I'm not sure how quick they're coming up. If that person would just simply get over and drive reasonably and respectfully, there would be no problems. So
a lot of people seem to think that, like, if they're going faster than average, they just get to sit in the left lane all day. That seems to be the mentality. Or there's just people who are just stupid and don't even know. They just think you just pick a lane and it's all just random.
So to actually have to deal with the left lane hog and get around them creates a dangerous situation. And now that I say that, I've got one right here. It's a Ford Edge, somebody just driving along. They like dogs, I guess. They got a dog sticker, and they're sitting here.
And now this guy, you know, he's tailgating them, and now someone's probably tailgating him, and it causes these scenarios where there's going to be an accident, all because someone, you know, someone's clogging up the left lane.
I have no ability to pass on the right, and I
causes road rage as well.
I think they finally saw me because they've sped up. But the thing about that makes no sense is, when you're driving on a highway, it's actually more dangerous to drive next to somebody else, especially if you're in their so-called blind spot. Which blind spot I'd like to bring up in another episode, because if you actually adjust your mirrors properly, there will be no blind spot. In fact, let me just give you that tip right now. When you adjust your...
This is actually kind of fascinating. Okay.
Rear view mirror, naturally you want it dead center pointing to the rear. And your field of view in the rear view mirror basically is an arc. You can see from left to right. When you adjust your left and your right mirrors, you don't actually want to adjust them so you can see the side of your car. You want to adjust them so that the field of vision on your left mirror just touches the left side of your rear view mirror. That gives you the optimal field of vision. Where people make a mistake is when they overlap them so much that they can't see as much, and then you get a blind spot. So
that sounds like it might eliminate the blind spot over here, but I'm not sure if it would eliminate it on the right side. I'm paranoid about my blind spots, guys. I'm always going to be checking. I don't care if... Yeah, that's interesting, though. That's really interesting. I might actually do that.
Anyway, here we are with this person. I'm kind of following them to see what they do. They're just hanging out in the middle lane, and I'm going to
skip to the parts that, like, you know, you can see where people have watched. Like
whether you're going 10 miles an hour under the speed limit, or you're going 10 miles an hour over, don't get a speeding ticket, or you're going the speed limit. You drive in the right. The left is to pass.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here comes the girl.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Whether you want to go fast or slow, as long as you can make it your way in the right lane, that's where you should be.
What the Subaru again. I think she thinks she owns that lane. But actually,
a lot of people see a truck 2 miles up the road going slower than them, so they just hang out in the left lane for 10 miles until they pass it. You know what I mean? That's what they do.
I have to get off here, getting my hair cut. I got my hair cut. I'm feeling good, which is nice, because it's getting really close to rush hour. It's about 4:45, and we're going to take the part of the highway back home that I hate. Because it has the worst roads, the worst drivers. This car, driving the Viper, but I am not doing anything interesting. I am not speeding. I am just trying to commute home like everybody else. Please remember that.
Running late for...
So off to the right, there's a Chevy trying to pass an older Camaro. He's doing an okay job at that. I guess this merges, so I'll fall back.
Goodness. That was a little bit of a tight merge.
All right. Yep. All right.
This is funny to me, just watching this guy rant about his drive home.
So he's like, okay, he's moving more now. I don't know if that person decided just to go fast. Wow, they're getting out of the way. I swear, this is literally the best day in Toledo, Ohio driving history. Some people got out of the way.
What they're beautiful sight.
Doing. That's
and look,
bizarre.
that guy's getting out of the way,
You know,
too.
you guys are not helping me prove my point by actually getting over.
Some people do know the rules. You got to remind yourself, you got to appreciate, and sometimes maybe that means you got to flip on the camera, because maybe that's when you'll find some people do know the rules.
I've driven a less intimidating car. Wow, I'm so...
You know what's funny, though? When someone's tailgating me in an intimidating car, that actually makes me less likely to do whatever it is they want. Because here's the thing. Everything he said is justified, but sometimes I'll be going along in the right lane, boom, come up against someone slower, go over to pass them, and the guy behind me will get over and get up on my butt because he's wanting to go 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, and he's like up on my butt as if, you know, even though I'm passing the car, I'm just not going as fast as he wants me to. That drives me crazy. And usually they're in an intimidating car, in which case, me and my Corolla, I'm going to take my time passing the guy a little bit more than I normally would because I'm annoyed. I do the opposite, you know what I mean? I don't get out of the way for a big truck or a fast car. I just drive how I should. And if you tailgate me right up against my bumper, I'm probably going to slow down a little bit.
Impressed. But yeah, just stay in this lane, man. Totally don't mind if you cut me off. That's cool.
What? Someone cut him off?
Wow, I'm so impressed. But yeah, just stay in this lane, man. Totally don't mind if you cut me off. That's cool. I am being sarcastic. I do not enjoy looking at your car. The other thing about driving sports cars, which is frustrating, or anything that's lower, when you get a car like this with a lot of window tinting that's really tall.
Oh my gosh, that's rough.
I can't see through the car. I can't see the windows. So it is literally blocking my entire view of what's going on on the highway ahead of me. So that's why it's frustrating, especially when a car like that is going too slow or pulls out in front of you. And the biggest key is, so your rear view mirror is a fixed thing. You point it straight back. And your side view mirrors, remember, if you're seeing the side of your car in your side view mirrors, they're not adjusted properly.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something that I do, so that's a little tip I'm going to take away from him.
See him in the mirror, and now he's coming up in my peripheral vision. So I effectively have gotten rid of my entire blind spot. So that truck has gone all the way over the left lane. We've got a whole sea of cars over here in the left lane. I'm actually in the right. The fact that I am passing cars in the right lane while doing 2 miles an hour under the speed limit is idiotic in America. Literally, we've got 3 vehicles here that are buffoons. I don't know if they never learned this, if they think it's safer in the left lane. They're SJWs and they don't want people...
Oh my God. This guy's... Oh man, he is on a rant. I guess their political ideologies are coming into play now.
Or something, but it's bananas. Like, what is this?
It is hilarious.
We need to teach people how to do this, and really...
It's really just there's a lot of people who don't even know. As stupid and crazy as that sounds.
I would feel so much safer on the road if, continue. Enforce speeding if you want. Enforce DUI. So let's see, what time is it here? Still a little bit before 5 o'clock. We're getting out of the city, so that should really help things out. I may keep driving around and not go home.
I'm Doob, and this is Bee Boo.
Got better part of a quarter mile between me and this truck, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 cars.
See, that's what I'm talking about. They all just sit in the left lane because they can see one slow car.
That all should be moving over to the right lane to allow people to pass that aren't doing.
A lot of people just see a semi and say, I'm getting in the left lane. I'm going around. You know, they don't even know how fast the semi go. The semi might be going their same speed. They don't care. They see it. They're like, I'm going in the left lane.
So I'm actually going to increase my speed to the speed limit right now, 60 miles an hour. And the fact that I'm passing that SUV is idiotic. It is absurd that person has not gotten over. And now here's a Lincoln. They also have not gotten over. You should be driving in the left lane. The fact that I'm passing on the right lane is absurd. Absolutely absurd. And this is the nature of how people are causing the American roadways to be unsafe. Because now I get up closer to the semi-trailer and I have to merge. I have to watch him, make sure I have a certain clear distance, make sure I have a certain clear distance here, and look over. when really just maintaining the speed limit.
Yeah, you can kind of feel how dangerous that driving like this all the time is.
I should be able to drive and pass these slow people.
You almost have to just, you know, you just have to give up sometimes and be like, calm down, take a breath, and be like, I'm not gonna drive recklessly just to
So,
prove my point.
but I do want to point this out. We got 2 lanes here. I'm going the speed limit,
Which can be hard to do.
and I'm passing these cars that are all clogging the left lane. That should not happen. That woman is kind of oblivious. I don't know why. Has nothing to do with being a man or a woman. It just has to do with the person being oblivious. So I'm not sure what they're doing.
See now, it looks like this guy is trying to pat, like he's kind of getting up on this guy's butt saying, get over. This guy might be the main issue.
Being a man or a woman, it just has to do with the person being oblivious. So I'm not sure what they're doing. We're going under the speed limit though, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna increase my speed to the speed limit, and let's see how people react that way when I'm actually going the speed we're supposed to. Haha, here we go. Okay, so we got a Mazda here that's going slow. They could get over, but
I'm gonna be honest, if someone did that to me, that would not make me get over.
they don't want to. I'm going 4 or 5 miles
I would have got over until he did that.
an hour on the speed limit. This minivan won't let me over. This guy won't get over. I'm gonna go ahead and just give him a flash of lights on this Mazda. I can see the person in the mirror because they don't have their mirror adjusted properly. Your side view mirror should not be able to look straight back. So they've got a blind spot. They don't know what they're doing and they're not getting over. I am
my
going
goodness.
exactly the speed limit. Go ahead and
This guy, I feel like he is on the verge of road rage.
give a beep of the horn, another little flash of lights, and they're either ignoring me or they're oblivious. So
Oh, I'll tell you what they're doing because I've been this guy a few times. He's like, I mean, maybe this guy's probably right. You know what I mean? He's right at the end of the day. Let me see. Let me backtrack a little bit. Was this car passing it?
and being oblivious. I'm going to increase my speed to
I mean, he kind of was passing this red van.
the speed limit, and let's see how people
You
react
know what I mean? He kind of was.
that way when I'm actually going the speed we're supposed to. Haha!
Also, there's someone in front of him going, you know, preventing him from going any faster.
Here we go. Okay, so
Just like this guy is preventing him from going any faster.
we got a Mazda here that's going slow.
So to go up and blame this car might not, I don't know. But I can tell you, I'd probably be doing the same thing. And what he's doing is he's saying, wow, this guy behind me is angry. And I was already mad because the car in front of me wasn't getting over. And now this guy's mad at me. Now I'm really mad. And I'm going to not get over.
Flash the lights, and they're either ignoring me or they're oblivious. So that minivan's gotten out of the way now. I'm gonna go ahead and pass here on the right. Now this is exactly why left lane hogs like this Mazda are idiotic, because I've got to do 2 lane changes. They're not
He gives him the stare down.
even looking, completely oblivious. And they're either oblivious because they don't know, they don't have good such situational awareness, or they simply do not care about their fellow motorists. I have a
You
feeling
can see how this causes road rage, though. Like when people don't, when there's no order to the road and stuff.
the latter's probably the case. They don't care, they don't want to move, they don't want to put in the effort, but truthfully that person's putting
Looks like something else is gonna happen.
people
here.
at risk. So I think it's going to end up being stop and go traffic, you guys, and not too terribly interesting. Everybody's behaved themselves pretty well, but I really just wanted to open this up as a topic of discussion to you all to realize, look, if you are driving in the left lane, even if you're doing the speed limit and there's nobody in the middle or right lane, you are in the wrong place and you are making the highway a more dangerous.
Now there are some highways, and maybe this is a flaw in the highway design, but there are plenty of highways that have exits from the left. Now it's not as common as to the right, but there are exits on the left, and there are highways that just have straight up turns. You know, it'll branch off and there will be a turn lane. Now, not on like a freeway or an interstate highway, like this might be, but on like an expressway, where it might be a 3-lane expressway, and you might have to get over in the left lane regardless of your speed to get to make your left turn. So that's another aspect to it that throws a little wrench in it all.
Place. You're
I actually don't know what to do in those scenarios. I think they're really awkward
helping to incite road rage,
because you
and
end up pulling out in front of people who are going faster, but it's because you have to make your left turn.
You need to get over the right, okay? If the line of traffic on a right lane is wide open, there's a sea of people in the left lane, you're all not doing what you should be doing.
All right. Wow. That was very fascinating. That guy went on a little rant there. I enjoyed most of it. You know what I mean? I think he's in the right. I think he did let a little bit of road rage almost get to him there for a minute. Whew. But I'd be lying if I've never let a little road rage control me. Check out his channel, link down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.